Hi guys, in this video we're going to be showing you everything that your Prime, Pro and Air infrared panel remote can do. Let's get into it. The first thing to note is that the tutorials in this video are only for the Prime panels, Pro panels and Air panels that come with this remote control out of the box. If your heater came with a built-in thermostat or a manual thermostat or didn't come with any kind of control at all, then unfortunately it's not compatible with the functions we're going to be discussing in this video. To pair your remote, first ensure that your remote has two AAA batteries inserted. Next, we'll need to put the heater itself into pairing mode. To do this, press the M button at the back of the panel 4 or 5 times in succession. You'll see this LED indicator begin to flash, which means it's now in pairing mode. Let's head back to our remote. Now, press and hold the on-off button and the plus button for 3 seconds. The remote will show PAR on the display, and when pairing is complete, the word off will be displayed on the remote, and the thermostat at the back of the panel will be static green, indicating that the pairing is complete. To pair your remote to multiple panels, you'll need to put all the panels in question into pairing mode at the same time by pressing the M button several times on each one. Then, once they're all ready, press and hold the on-off button and plus button on your remote for 3 seconds. The remote will show PAR on the display, and when the pairing is complete, the word off will be displayed on the remote, and the thermostats at the back of the panels will be static green, indicating that the pairing is complete. If you'd rather use your panel in manual, continuous heating mode without your remote, simply hold down the M button on the back of the panel for 3 seconds. You'll see this LED light up, indicating that the heater will now operate independently of the remote. To switch the panel back to remote control mode, hold down the M button again for 3 seconds. Press and hold the on-off button for 1 second to switch your panel on. When switched on, the remote display will show the current room temperature along with the word room. To switch your heater off, press and hold the on-off button again for 1 second. You'll see the word off appear on your remote display. When your panel is switched on, use the plus and minus buttons to change your target temperature. You can set any temperature between 5 degrees and 30 degrees Celsius. To save your settings, simply leave your controller for a couple of seconds. To lock your panel, press and hold the plus and minus buttons together for 2 seconds. You'll see the padlock symbol appear at the top of your remote, indicating that the remote is now locked. To unlock your remote, press and hold the plus and minus buttons for 2 seconds again, and the padlock symbol will disappear. To recalibrate your temperature sensor, press and hold the menu button for 2 seconds. You'll see 0.0 degrees C flashing on your screen. Here, you can use the plus and minus buttons to manually calibrate the temperature sensor in 0.5 degree increments. Once you're happy with your settings, you can either press and hold the menu button again for 2 seconds, or simply leave the remote for 10 seconds. To toggle the open window detection, start by pressing and holding the menu button for 2 seconds. You'll see your temperature calibration setting on your screen, so from here, press the menu button 1 more time. By default, open window detection is set to on, so you'll see the word on your screen. Here, you can use the plus and minus buttons to toggle the setting on and off. When switched on, the heater will automatically switch off if it detects a drop in temperature of more than 3 degrees. After 15 minutes, the heater will switch back on and wait for the temperature to rise, switching off if there is no change in temperature. It will do this cycle a total of 5 times, after which it will permanently switch off if there is no rise in temperature. By default, the tip over sensor will be on. This is where the panel will automatically switch off if the angle of the panel exceeds 45 to 60 degrees, i.e. if it falls over when it's freestanding. When the panel is returned to the normal position, the heater will switch back on. To switch the tip over sensor off, first power the heater off using the switch at the back of the panel and wait for all of the LED indicators to switch off. Then, press and hold the M button and switch the panel back on using the main switch. You'll see this LED light switch on, indicating that the tip over sensor is now switched off. Just bear in mind that if you're planning on ceiling mounting your remote controllable Prime or Pro IR panel, you will need to ensure that the tip over sensor is switched off before installing it. To switch it back on, simply power your panel off one more time from the main switch. Press and hold the M button and press the main switch one more time. When you switch it on, you'll see these two LEDs flash 3 times, indicating that the tip over sensor is now on. The magnetic bracket that comes with your remote is a handy place to put your remote when you're not using it. To install it, first detach the back plate using a flat head screwdriver. Then, mark on your wall where the holes need to be drilled. Then, using a 5mm drill bit, drill the 2 holes into your wall. Once done, use 4mm wall plugs and lightly tap them into the holes using a hammer or mallet. Then, using 2.9mm diameter, 19mm length and 5.3mm head diameter screws, use a screwdriver to fix the back plate onto your wall. Alternatively, you can just use strong double-sided tape, though we'd recommend letting the adhesive set for 24 hours before using it. Once done, the outer cover simply clips onto the back plate and your installation is done. From here, simply pop your remote onto your bracket and it'll stay magnetically.